A horror movie. I liked it. Ah. Hello guys, I'm Mona Prince. Today we'll be talking about the Tamil horror movie Pizza, written and directed by Karthik Subbaraj. He was assisted in story by Prasad Ramar, music by Santosh Narayanan, starring Vijay Sethupathi, Ramya Nambisan, and many more. Now, this film was a wild ride. I've said this a lot of times before that I'm not into horror movies. It's not just, oh, they are scary, I don't want to watch them, but I don't find logic or value in those films. Now, of course, there are some great ones out there which have substance also, and hopefully one day I'll watch them. As always, watch this film on Discord with other viewers of the channel. So if you want to join us, link in the description, come join the community. And we watched it in the daytime, 12 p.m. and it was hard to find this movie because it was available on Hotstar but in Telugu, and it was available on MX Player and Jio Cinemas in Tamil but no subtitles, so we had to do something about it. Now it's impossible to talk about this film without going into spoilers, so spoiler alert. If you haven't watched the movie, pause, go watch it and come back. Also, if you find value, do hit the like button so the video reaches to more people. Also consider subscribing and the bell icon to get notifications whenever a new video drops. The channel membership is live. You can support the channel and enjoy different perks. To know more, click on the join button. Now this was Karthik Subbaraj's debut feature film. He had done a lot of short films before, and I can easily say he did a great job. No wonder he's a big director today. He knows his stuff. The film is very well made. Now of course the film had budget constraints, and you can know that while watching the film, but still the film is very well made. Technically it's very good for its time, but I think for me what made this film epic is the writing. It is in a way called horror film, but I don't count it as a horror film, and I really like that it subverts expectations. I am someone who believes in that. If tomorrow I make a film, I want to do that. I really enjoy subverting people's expectations. Everyone thinks this is gonna happen, but totally opposite happens or something unexpected happens. I love that. That's why I think Shutter Island is one of my favorite films, and with the narrative twists and turns, it's very well done. The final twist does feel underwhelming, but it is organic. It doesn't feel forced. We begin with a video of some people trying to find a ghost in a burned high school, and then we get to our characters Anu and Michael, and that is followed by a slow build up. I think they take around 30, 35, 40 minutes to set everything up until we get into that horror part. But I would say it is slow, but it's a good build up. Nothing really feels like extra because by the end of the film you understand why the setup is needed. One thing I really found interesting was the film becomes non-linear. The whole horror part is Michael telling what happened to him, and we already know he's alive, he's safe, but something has happened and now he's saying the story. Because you don't generally see that in a horror movie when you already know the outcome, that he'll be saved, but what really happened? That's the question. And when we get into the horror stuff, really liked it. It's shot very well. There are a lot of great sequences. The lighting used is very good. Very creative camera angles are used. So definitely they spend time to make this look really good. There are a lot of jump scares, but not something that will scare you off. I like everything that happens in the house is very organic. It doesn't feel forced or illogical for the most part of it. Like that house had these long glass door windows that you could easily break and run out. But our protagonist doesn't do that. But that's okay. But apart from that, everything that's happened in the house, the whole sequence, it doesn't drag. It feels organic. Why he's going to the other room, what he's doing, why he's checking all of that. And the suspense keeps building up. The tension really builds up in the house, and finally the police arrives, and then we get this big twist that Anu is dead. He's in a house where crime has happened, and we are shocked what really happened. Everything was happening in his mind or what? And then he tries to run out of the house, and the police are also taken in, and you are shocked what happened here. And then we come back to where Michael is telling the story. At that point I was so confused, like what's happening? This is a weird twist. There's no horror at all. As the police gets into investigation, more things are discovered, and we have no idea what's coming ahead. And Michael is also going through a lot of things. He's scared. He cannot go out alone. And then comes the final twist that all of this was just a story they made up because of the diamonds. And that was unexpected but not shocking. It felt little out there, not very believable. It was a good twist, but it felt like you build up something so big and the outcome is not that really great. The final thing felt underwhelming, but still I have to give props to writing that I didn't see that coming. It was very unexpected. And then we come to the ending. Everything repeats itself as it was in the story told by Michael, and that's where the film ends. But I think it's an open ending. I think the director is left to us, the audience, to decide. Is it a ghost story? Is it a horror story or not? I think it's not a horror story because I don't believe in ghosts. So in the ending, according to me, it was very windy. So the door closed and the lights went out. That's it. There's no horror stuff. Now the bill being 435 rupees, I think that's a coincidence. He delivers the pizza, gets the money, goes out, and they finally live out in London or wherever they're going. That's what I believe has happened. Let me know what do you think happened in the comments below. Coming to the acting, I think it was initial days of Vijay Sethupathi, so I could see some immature things happening, but I think later in the film he performed really well, because getting scared, being vulnerable, it can easily look fake on screen, but he did a really good job. Ramya as Anu was okay, she didn't really impress me that much. I think the remaining cast did a good job. Now definitely I'm sure if Kartik Subbaraj goes to make this film again today, he'll change a lot of things to make the film more crispier, look better, because the technology has improved a lot. He has changed a lot. He has become more experienced. Now this was my third Kartik Subbaraj film. Let me know what other film should I watch now. If you haven't watched it, check out my Jagannath Tandam review. The YouTube channel membership is live. You can check out different tiers and their perks. To know more, click on the join button. For latest updates, check out the community tab. So guys, that is the video. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button, share this video, leave in the comments your thoughts. If you haven't subscribed yet, check out other videos. If you like them too, do consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Stay home, stay safe.